Since the day you left this earth, I've been waiting for your voice. Ain't a day that has passed you and had some praying from your boy. Everything around me has had some influence from you. From the air that I breathe to the pen I choose to use. Never can I forget the way you gave your life to give me my path. For us, you chose to pay the price. I keep on trying hard not to show I'm going mad, but it's hard to live my life fully grown without my dad. Why you and not him? I keep running from the real. You can't be replaced. You were one in the mill. The tears still stream down the side of my face, but instead of showing them, I put a rhyme in their place. Look, Dad, my talent has grown. I make the beats to my songs. That doesn't help me figure out the real reason you're gone. I'm still seemingly strong, but inside I'm breaking down. 16 years without you. I'm tired of waiting now. Why do you do what you do? Why? Let me tell you a story. When I was little, I never really knew a life when my mum and my dad lived together. They were divorced when I was, 4 or 5 years old. My dad went off to provide for his family, getting a sales job, which was a little way away. We would see him at weekends, we'd see him at school holidays, stay with him for a couple of weeks, and it was all good. He was good at his job, he hit his targets, he dealt with the stress. He made sure he provided for his family. In doing that, he got promoted, he became sales manager. And he would be busier and busier, but he was still providing for his family. All I ever wanted as a child was to have my dad there on my birthday and my dad there on Christmas morning. See me open my presents, watch me play with my games and probably the wrapping paper too. But my dad was busy providing for his family. He then moved away to a place in Essex, which was nearly 2 hours away. Managing caravan parks, managing holiday parks, making sure he was successful, providing for his family without realizing what was going on inside. Outside, he was ridiculously healthy. All he cared about was making sure he was the best he could be for his family, to provide for him. So I'd see my dad every couple of school holidays, every few weekends. Make that trek, sing Robbie Williams in the car on the way there. Angels full blast in our out of tune voices. And then he was on a training trip in Grantham. And he got a migraine after playing volleyball. It was actually on the 24th of July and went into hospital on the 25th of July, 2001. 16 years ago. There, we were told, your dad's in hospital, it's going to be fine, it's going to be fine. So we didn't think too much of it. It's our dad, nothing's going to happen to your dad. What we didn't realise is what was going on inside. The stress had caused a build-up and there was a few issues. As a result, my dad had a stroke. On the 27th of July, we drove down to see my dad. It was what would have been my stepmom's mum. Drove us down in a tiny little Mini. We walked into that hospital. I remember going in and you had to turn left. I was 15 years old. Going straight down the corridor. There was a right at the end. Then there was the family room. I'm there and our family were there and all looking at each other. We knew what was going to happen. We knew the fate. My dad had had a stroke. Half of his brain was dead. I walked into that room and in that hospital ward where I saw just my dad laying there, my hero, he had pipes all in him coming out, making sure he was kept alive. There was a life support machine just beeping away. Beep, beep. And even the smell, I remember the smell to this day, that typical hospital smell. I hate every single time I walk through those doors. I mean, no one loves going to hospitals, but it brings back those memories. On the 28th of July, we had to make the decision to turn off the life support machine. And it was at 10 to 10 in the evening that my dad passed away. I was 15 years old. That was 16 years ago. Because my dad was trying to provide for his family, he forgot about his health. Health isn't always visible on the surface, and as that proves with my dad, his health, the stress he was being caused by focusing so much on his profession, on his job, on his role of providing for his family, stopped him being able to provide for his family. You see, my dad didn't get to see myself or my sister finish school, didn't get to see us graduate from university. I never got to take my dad for a drive when I passed my driving test or take him for a beer on my 18th birthday. Because my dad was providing for his family, he never got to walk my sister down the aisle on her wedding day. He never got to be there on the top table on my wedding day for me to toast to him. I had to toast to the people that weren't there, and I had to toast to my dad that way. And as a result of providing for his family, he'll never get to see my children when we have them. And he's never been able to see my niece, Eden, who was born on the 5th of November last year. Because he was providing for his family, he didn't dive deeper. So when I ask, why do you do what you do? Why are you doing it, Ollie? Why are you doing what you do? Why do you work with these business guys? Why do you make sure that even if they think they don't need their health looked at and their mindset checked and their stress kept in check, why do you do it? The answer is simple. If I can help even one child not have to go through what I went through at 15 years old, one family from losing their loved one, a wife from losing her husband, the partner from losing the husband, if I can stop that, just one person, my job is powerful and my job is done. So think about it. Are you really focusing on your health? Honestly.